Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of the Compounding Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Dahlstrom. I want to talk a little bit about the compounding name. You know, you hear the word compounding a lot in financial circles, and it's a term that describes the mathematical phenomenon where small, steady gains become exponential over time. Usually you hear about it as it relates to investing, but it really applies to all aspects of life, whether it's learning, health, fitness, everything. If you do the right things consistently over time, the results compound and become pretty spectacular. So that's really what we're going to try to do with this podcast. We're going to try to uncover some of the little things, the little secrets that successful people have learned over time and use them in our own lives to compound in our own lives. So, what makes this podcast different from all the other podcasts out there? I often joke that, let's be honest, the world needs another podcast. Not really. I think we are going to approach this thing a little bit differently. For one, I'm going to go on location to visit the guests for this podcast because I think it's important not only to talk to the person, but to take a look at their lives. And so I'm going to go out and visit with my guests in their own home environment. And I think it's going to be really interesting. So for that reason, I actually recommend that you watch this podcast with video. The second thing is I'm going to talk to a lot of guests who aren't part of the normal podcast circuit. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and if you do, you've noticed that you end up listening to a lot of the same people telling their stories over and over. But what I found is that some of the most interesting and successful people, they aren't on the podcast circuit. They don't talk a lot about their lives on Twitter or social media. And the reason for that is they're too busy just living a great life. And so those are the people I'm going to seek out. And I'm going to focus on quality over quantity. I'm hoping to do about one episode a month. And, it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. But what I want to try to deliver for you guys is really high quality. Some of the most successful people in their fields sharing, their personal lives and sharing the secrets and the lessons that they've learned over time. So thanks for checking out Compound. I hope you like it.